It's been a wonderful 2 sessions so far. Okay. So I just wanted us to move quickly. It's 9 and we still have over 300 people on here. Thank you so much. So next up we have Alaba from InterSwitch. She's a digital payments enthusiast and veteran with over 6 years Cognate experience spanning product. Alaba, please could you come up so that we could see you? Sorry. Can you say hi?
Yes. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Can you confirm you can hear me as well?
Hi, good evening. Great to see you. Great to see you. Okay, so I just wanted to introduce you quickly to the tribe. So basically, Alaba is the product manager and marketing product strategy and digital innovation manager at InterSwitch. She has oversight of the merchants acquiring product solutions. She leads efforts geared towards value creation in retail payments, B2B high-end solutions, and large-scale merchant acquisition in sub-Saharan Africa. So whilst also providing strong industry thought leadership on agile product management and financial inclusion. Alaba is passionate about the future of technology and continuous process improvement, which translates to not just the development of new technology, but the optimization of existing technology. So welcome today, Alaba. We're glad to have you on here. I think you just put your slides up and we can't wait to hear from you this evening. We have our notebooks and our pens ready to take notes.
Okay, thank you everyone for having me. Thank you for, please let me know when you can see my slide. And then also please confirm that you can hear me as well.
Okay, if everyone can just say hi, Alaba, in the comments so that she knows that you can hear her. Okay, we can see the slides fine. Okay, people can hear you as well.
Okay, all right, thank you everyone. Okay, good evening everyone. We still have about 280 people on the call. I mean, when I was having a conversation with Ife earlier, and then I was worried about the time, I said, at past 9, are you sure people are still going to be here? But apparently all of you like money, so you're still here, which is a good thing. I've had a really fantastic time listening to Steph and Trisha. Thank you very much, Ife, for having me. And then I will just dive right to it. So I would like to do like a quick introduction of what I would be speaking on. So the topic that I'm speaking on is simplifying payments online with QuickTeller for Business. Okay, so I was just looking at the chat room. People are dropping messages. Okay, so simplifying payments online with QuickTeller for Business. Before I actually start speaking about the product QuickTeller for Business, I would like to do like a brief intro of who we are as InterSwitch. I mean, this is my profile. It's already been read, so I will just skip it. I'm the product manager for merchant acquiring, which is in charge of our entire acquiring business as InterSwitch. What merchant acquiring means is that for people like you who are doing business, you have either small, medium enterprises or even large scale enterprise organizations. We actually help facilitate payments. So that's my only job. I mean, all of this grammar that was just read is, yes, it looks cool on paper, but what do I do as product manager? Every day when I wake up and I go to work, my only goal is to ensure that payments are a seamless part of everyday lives in Africa. So basically that's all I do. So this is a summary of us as InterSwitch. I don't know if you're familiar with InterSwitch. We have a sub-brand called QuickTeller. So this product's Quick Teller business is actually part of our sub-brand. InterSwitch is our mother brand, and then we have so many products. We're in 5 different countries, and then our only goal, every one of us, every day when we go, we ask the question, how do we simplify payments? I just want to do give a brief history of what payments have been in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. I remember when I was in university and I had an iPhone 3. I don't know if anybody remembers what an iPhone 3 looks like. I hated iPhones, I hated Apple products because it just had this very closed loop ecosystem. Like before you could actually use the phone, you had to pay for something. You had to pay for Apple Music, you had to pay for cloud, you had to pay for so many things. And it was so frustrating because me as a student, all I really wanted to do was just receive text message, press my phone, set ringtone. And I mean, that's basically all I wanted to do. But it seemed like being part of the Apple ecosystem, payment was an integrated part of it. You needed to be able to pay for you to have access to it. And then back then, it just seemed so difficult because I mean, we're in Nigeria and then payments were just on the rise. And there was, I mean, me as a student, I mean, when did I even open bank accounts that I'll now take my small pocket money and start paying for Apple Music? So it was difficult. And I ended up trading that phone for a Touchlight phone. I traded it for a Nokia Touchlight phone, and then I got more value from my Touchlight phone than I actually got value from my iPhone back then. Touchlight phone, when I put my 4 Naira SMS, when I buy my 100 Naira credit, I could send messages to my friends and family, and then I mean, it had Touchlights. I was in school, I could use the Touchlight. So basically, that was my first experience with understanding the challenges that we had with payments. So over time, over the years, payments have actually grown with technology, and then with mobile penetration, payments have actually grown. I mean, it's as simple as you dialing a USSD short code now, and then you've moved money from one place to the other. Before now, we couldn't do that. But for the focus of this conversation, that we are going to start speaking about businesses, how is it easy for you to actually make that payment experience the same way you experience seamless banking with your personal accounts or with your personal banking? How do you experience that seamless payment with your business as well? Even no matter how small you are, how do you experience that seamless payment experience? So what we've done is, okay, so Quick Teller for Business. Let me just do a quick introduction of Quick Teller for Business. Quick Teller for Business was actually built out of like a transition for us on our payment journey. So over the years, InterSwitch is over a decade old in Nigeria today, and then we've built solutions, we've built payment processing solutions and switching solutions for banks and larger industries. But over the years, we've started to say that, okay, how can we be more involved in commerce, in e-commerce? How can we reach the point where the same way it's easy for a large enterprise like a MultiChoice, which is DSTV, to be able to collect your payments? How can it be easy for, I took somebody's name down, I think Tommy Ibi, who sells shoes online or who sells a digital course, like Trish has mentioned. How can it be easy for Tommy to also be able to collect payments? So initially we had a product called WebPay and IPG. WebPay is our web payment gateway, and IPG is our InterSwitch payment gateway. What that meant was that we had products where you needed some level of technical understanding to be able to integrate the APIs, to be able to, you needed a developer to be able to integrate those APIs before you can actually do payments on your website or on your page. And for many of us, immediately we mention technology, there's just this ringing sound in our head, like, technology. They've come with technology. I really don't understand what technology is. For me, that topic is when I start reading about Nigerian policies or regulatory policies. Immediately they mention regulation or policies or politics. There's just this ringing sound in my ear, like, I beg, I'm not interested. And I know that a lot of people actually have that experience when it comes to technology or when it comes to payments. When you hear things like, oh, you need a developer, you need APIs, you need to do integration. There's just that people just zone out. But what we're now saying is that we've made it easy. You don't necessarily have to jump through the hoops that you used to in the past. So what is QuickTeller Business? So QuickTeller Business is an all-inclusive, easy to use business platform. Sorry, I need to put on my fan. Okay, so QuickTeller Business is an all-inclusive platform where it's easy to use business platform designed for all business types. That's SMEs, large products, agents, large corporates, other agents. I mean, so basically what we've done is we've taken payments beyond the actual collections or movement of payments of cash, maybe from one point to another, maybe from one bank account to another bank account. We've actually seen that payments has transcended beyond that, just that. I mean, today, if you want to play Candy Crush or you want to play Coin Master, it gets to that point where you can actually buy coins. You can actually buy boosters or something while you're playing Candy Crush. So what has happened is you don't even put a lot of thoughts into that process of them actually debiting your card and actually processing that transaction, them sending the money to Apple or sending the money to Facebook or sending the money to Coin Master before you get value. You don't actually put a lot of thought. Before now, we were not there. But it seems like with the evolution of technology, things are now as simple. And then basically what we are telling you now is that with QuickTeller for Business is as simple as that for your business. So moving on to the next slide. Okay, so a lot of people keep asking the question around, so who are the people that we are targeting with QuickTeller for Business? I mean, it's everybody. All business types, social media sellers, students, small businesses, corporate hustlers, side hustles, everyone doing any form of business. You can actually use QuickTeller for Business to receive payments. And when I go into details of the products, you're actually going to be seeing different variants, different features that existing on the solution today that actually suits your business needs. And then you can easily make a decision as to how you want to use the product. Okay, so I will do like a deep dive into the features that are available today. So I've talked about the whole process of collecting payments, moving cash from one place to the other. Okay, for example, I as a seller, I go to Instagram today. Please, if you're a seller on Instagram or you own a website, an e-commerce site where you sell something, just put up your hand in the comment section, and then I can call on anybody to help me through this process. Okay, so basically when you want to collect, let me see if I have any comments. Okay, so I would use Rita. So hi, Rita. So I want to buy something for Rita. Let's assume that Rita sells shoes on Instagram, or Rita sells really lovely dresses on Instagram, and then I want to buy something from Rita. I actually go to Rita's Instagram page, and then I select the pictures of what I want to buy. And then when I send it to her DM, Rita has to now take the painful process of actually telling me that, oh no, this one is sold out. This one is not sold out. Sorry, please, can you pick this? Okay, this picture that you like, but pick it in a different color because that's what we have in stock. So that painful exchange between Rita and I, having to go through me selecting what I want to buy from Rita. Then when we finally reach a certain point where we've agreed on what to buy, then it now gets to the point of payments, and then Rita would send me her account number and tell me that, oh, pay to this account, don't pay to any GTB accounts you see only pay to sterling, or say, or Rita has to from time to time put up flyers on her page saying scam alert, beware of fake pages and all of that. But okay, back to my transaction with Rita. When I finally pick what I want, and then she has shared her account number with me, I then exit Instagram, I go to my bank app, I transfer the money to Rita. Then I have to go exit that, go to my SMS page, copy the SMS confirmation, the debit alert debit confirmation from my bank, which has been sent to me via SMS. Go back to Instagram, paste it for Rita. Then Rita sees it. Then Rita waits till she gets confirmation from our own bank to say that, yes, this person has indeed paid, before she then goes ahead to process my transaction. I mean, those multiple steps that I have to, and hurdles that I have to jump. There are times whereby I want to buy something online and it's fast selling items where there are many people bidding for the same item. And then while I'm trying to transfer, the transaction is actually failing. And then Rita is telling me that, oh, sorry, somebody else has already paid for it. Or, oh, how am I so sure that you really want to buy and you don't want to, you're not fraudulent? I mean, those kind of things are the things that small business owners actually face today. But what we're saying is that with Quick Seller for Business, we actually take off all of those issues, and then we help provide a seamless experience both for the merchant and for the customer. So some of the features that we've been able to actually build into the solution today are things like detailed transaction reporting. So today, using the Rita, buying from Rita example. So now just imagine that I have gone through that process of buying one top from Rita. Then there are 10 or 20 other people who have bought one top from Rita as well. So what Rita now has to do at the end of the day is take our Instagram profile, go through our messages one after the other, and actually take note of all of the orders, all of the details of the people who have bought something. I mean, it's really a cumbersome process for Rita as a small merchant. So basically what we've done is we've provided a detailed reporting portal where you can actually see your line-by-line transaction, depending on the channel that is used to pay, whether it's web, whether it's POS, whether it's QR, whether it's USSD, whatever channel was what your customer used to pay, you can actually see the details of those transactions. Also, another thing that is really simple with the platform is dispute management. So today, when you go to an ATM to buy something and they debit you, but the ATM doesn't bring out money, what that is called is the dispense error. Or when you buy something online, they debit you, but you don't get value. What actually has happened is that they've debited you, you didn't get value. But then you go to your bank and then your bank says that, oh, you log a complaint with your bank. What now happens is that your bank now takes up that case on your behalf and actually logs it with the merchants. That's the person that you were trying to buy something from. And then they try to resolve that issue over a period of time before they can actually give you the money. So rather than you going through that painful process, we've built a dispute management system feature whereby the merchant can actually raise disputes and chargebacks on behalf of the customer. So for example, if debit has happened and then the transaction didn't complete, Rita can decide that, oh, sorry, Alaba, I know that you really wanted this top, but unfortunately the transaction could not process successfully. I will go ahead and log a dispute on your behalf. And just like that, when the bank treats it, and then we as your acquirer, when we treat it, your customer gets a full refund or a chargeback without having to go through the stress of going to the bank. Sometimes you get to the bank will say, hey, go and meet your merchant. Sometimes they'll say, no, the merchant will say, no, go and meet I've refunded your bank, go and meet your bank. Instead of you going through all of that, we've built a dispute management feature that can actually help you manage that. So another feature that we've also built into this product that makes the life of small business merchants or small medium enterprises easy is called the Storefronts. So still using Rita as an example, where 20 people have to go into Rita's DMs to tell her that I want to buy this yellow top, I want to buy this black top. Rather than that, there's a Storefront feature that Rita can easily just go to the back end of the system, log in as an admin, and then create a store, which is more or less like a website. She goes to that store, she creates all of her products, she creates all of her inventory, she puts up her stock in terms of, oh, I have only 10 of this yellow top, I have only 2 of this black top. And then she makes that link is available to her customers. Where that link is available, they can easily just go there, click, select all of the items that they want, put it in their cart, and then just check out. So now you can see how we've taken the payment experience beyond just payments, beyond being able to just debit your customer's card and credit you at the end of the day. We've been able to automate the entire shopping experience of your customer. So basically, that's the value that we're providing with this new platform. Another thing that I would like to speak on is refunds. So today, I know that a lot of sellers do not like to do refunds because, I mean, what's the guarantee that, oh, this transaction really failed, or this good wasn't defective before I gave it to you, or really, what's the guarantee? But basically, there's a refund feature on the system that actually allows you to be able to, make that decision. So it's just with the click of a button, you just process the refunds back to the customer's position. That's, I've debited the card, and then the customer has come back to say, oh, I wanted yellow top, but it's only black you have. Rather than having to haggle with the customer or having to then go back to your inventory or your manual bookkeeping to debit and credit where you had already made those entries, you can just easily click a refund button and it just processes that entire process for you end to end. So I would keep going into more of the features and more of the benefits in other slides, but basically those are just the summary of some of the benefits that the solution provides. Okay, let me speak to some. Okay, so now you ask the question, how do I get on the platform, really? So before now, when it seems like payments was a very, you have to be Gengen, you have to be a Gengen person before you could enter payments. You have to bring your hand, your leg and everything before they even allow you be able to collect payments. Every time there are transactions into your account and your account is putting your bank is putting your account on do not withdraw or something because they cannot understand the entries that are coming into your account. But we're saying that with QuickTeller for Business, you getting on the platform is very, very seamless. All you have to do is go to our www.business.quickteller.com, just select a business category, sign up, select a business category. If you're an individual, like normal Instagram seller, you're not a registered business, you can just enter your BVN, fill the remaining details, and just like that, you are live. So basically, it's as simple as that. For registered businesses, it becomes a little bit more dicey because we know that the values and the volumes that registered businesses are processing are way more than individual businesses. And then also we know that when it comes to registered businesses, there can be 2 or more people that own the business. Also, and another point to note is the fact that this payment space in Nigeria is heavily regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So based on the regulatory requirements that have been provided by the CBN, for registered businesses, there are a few other criteria and documentation, KYC documentation that you have to provide that before you can get on the platform, which is very similar to the 3-tier bank accounts that we have today. So basically, onboarding is very seamless. You can just go on the platform, sign up, fill in the details, and then just like that, you are live. You can receive payments from your customers. Okay, so I've spoken on this already. So like I had earlier explained, sorry, every time I click, it moves. Okay, so like I had earlier explained, we've been able to provide a robust analytics dashboard and reporting portal for you to be able to see the kind of transactions that you are doing. So today, when you log into the platform, you can see your transaction volumes in terms of money that you've accrued over the years, over the months, or over the days, over the weeks, dependent on the kind of business you have. So today we have a situation for small businesses. I mean, somebody who goes to Instagram to order, going back to Rita again, maybe after this session, Rita and I will be friends. Okay, going back to Rita again, I go to Rita, and then Rita's bookkeeping is very difficult, because at the end of the day, after the business has closed, maybe by 9 p.m. every day, Rita now has to sit down with her Instagram and then write out every single order that she has gotten. But beyond just doing that every day, she has to do that every week, so that she can see that, oh, am I making profits? Am I making a loss? Am I selling below my capital? So basically, all of those things, that inputs or insights into what Rita needs to do her business today. So basically, what this dashboard does for you is it actually keeps track of all of those insights. It keeps track of it, and then it helps you make a decision around your business. The key information that you require. So, for example, now, if you know that many of your customers actually use USSD rather than card payments, you can actually, instead of you saying, oh, go here, you can easily just copy the USSD string and then just make it available to them, rather than them having to be confused as to, oh, I don't have a card, oh, my token, I did not get OTP, all of that. You can easily just copy the USSD code and just make it available. So based on the information that you have that has been provided by this dashboard, you can actually make key decisions around your business. Okay, so I've spoken about this also, detailed transaction reporting. So one of the key things that we like to actually identify or raise or point out when we are talking about the detailed reporting is that if you can see the picture below, so these are actual screenshots from the platform today. So you can see your customer's ID in terms of the email address, the person that is actually making payments. You can see the channel that the person is making the payment from. If you open up the transaction, you can actually see the date, you can see the fee that was applied, you can see the card type. So today, I mean, what's your business really? You just want to get paid for your goods and services. That's really your business. But the thing about it is you can actually use this information to take advantage of promotional values that might be out there. So for example, MasterCard, there are 3 major card schemes in Nigeria today: MasterCard, Verve, and Visa. And then we know that from time to time, they actually run promotional campaigns around their products. If you know that many of your customers are actually people who use MasterCard, you can actually tie that value into your own business, more or less like a VAS service, to say, oh, for example, MasterCard is offering, let me use Verve. Verve is offering free no transaction fee for 1 week because it's Christmas. I mean, you can actually put out that information to say that, oh, come and buy things at my store, use your Verve card, and then you would not have to pay any extra charge on the transaction. I mean, that's you already plugging the value that Verve brings to your business. And you were able to make that, reach that decision by actually seeing the percentage or the types of cards that people that were using your platform were using. Okay, so I've spoken on dispute management already, and I won't go over it again. But so basically, this is what the dispute management feature looks like. You will just go there, you raise a dispute. The source transaction can be specified, whether it's MasterCard or Visa, the dispute date, and then it flows into the dispute management system that the entire industry, payments industry, is using today. And then easily they can just pick it up and treat your dispute, and then you get feedback into your system seamlessly without having to jump through hoops, without having to leave the comfort of your home. I've spoken on refunds. Okay, settlement. Okay, there's something about payments collections today that small businesses might not know. So today, when you do a transaction, let me just explain how transactions typically work in our industry today. When you do a transaction, you transfer, especially an interbank transaction. So for example, you transfer from GTB to First Bank. Even though the First Bank beneficiary has received value, the bank in itself, that's First Bank in itself, have actually not received value from First Bank. So basically what they've received from GTB rather. So basically what they've received from GTB is just an advice. So it's more or less like GTB telling First Bank that, oh, do you know this customer? Let me use Ife for an example. Do you know Ife? Okay, Ife has come to me to say that I should debit our account of 100 Naira and give it to Alaba in First Bank. So First Bank receives that transaction from for that advice from GT, and then they honor that transaction. So basically what happens here is that the reason why payments are more seamless on the Quick Teller for Business platform is that we use the same, we process your transactions using the same logic. So when we're processing transactions, it actually improves the success rate. When we're processing your transactions, we process those transactions on trust. So, and then at T+1, we then settle you an accrued amount. So say yesterday, Rita sold 10 tops. And of those 10 tops, Rita made 20,000 Naira. And at T+1, which is settlement timeline, we then credit the settlement account that you specified. But you can actually then go into your dashboard and then read line by line the transactions that made up your total settlement account. So that report is also available on the Quick Teller Business platform. Okay, so this is something that is very interesting to people, business. I know that there are some NGO people on this call as well. If you run an NGO business, please can you just say hello in the comment section. Sorry, I'm not reading chats at the moment. I would get to it. Okay, I can see a question from Rashida Bello saying, how do I use Quick Teller on my website? So I'm going to get there where I answer your question. Okay, so I will go back and then I would put, okay, NGO, I can see Nelly saying that he has an NGO business. So I will speak briefly on how this product can be used for Nelly's NGO business. So basically, we have things called payment links and subscriptions. So today, I know I have mentioned Rita a lot and the storefront feature a lot, but you don't necessarily have to own a storefront or own physical goods before you can receive payments. So for some people who have NGO businesses today or not-for-profit businesses today, and then you want to fundraise, you can easily go into your Quick Teller business profile. You can create something called payment link, and then you can actually set up either a subscription. So I can create a payment link and say, this is an example of a payment link. And I've created a payment link. I've written Nelly, or Nelly Save Souls. Let's say that's the name of Nelly's NGO, Nelly Save Souls. So I've created Nelly Save Souls. I've added Nelly a description of what Nelly wants to collect payment from. So for example, Nelly wants to build toilets for people living in Makoko. So it would write a simple description, and then it will indicate the amount he wants to collect. So basically, all Nelly has to do is take this link and then share with members of his network, and then they fill a simple form, they click pay, and then easily they can actually pay. So beyond Nelly being able to create that payment link, you can actually also indicate if you want that payment link to be on a subscription basis, whereby rather than the payment link, people can actually, it can charge people on a recurring basis. So for example, today, if you pay for Netflix, yes, you pay for Netflix, and then Netflix has your card details, and then every month at a specific date, they actually debit your card. So basically, what that type of payment is called recurring, and then you can actually set up all of that on your Quick Teller for Business dashboard, saying that this is the link. So if you have an uncle who has promised that, oh, I will give Nelly Save Souls 100K every month, you don't need to be pursuing your uncle, reminding him every day that uncle alpha. Simply, you can just set up that process from the beginning, and then your the uncle can actually set up his card details, and every day of the month, you can indicate a date of every month where his card will be debited of the amounts that he has promised. So that's also a feature that is existing on the platform and that can be used. Okay, so now around the questions that was asked by somebody saying that, how do I get Quick Teller on my, okay, Amanda says she runs an NGO as well. Thank you very much. So how can you get this product on your website? So we have different variances of this product in terms of integrations, like I had said. So we have things like pop-up, we have the mobile SDK, we have SDK means software development kits. We have the web hooks, dependent on the kind of business that you have. So we have multiple integration options. We have some that are as easy, you don't have to be technical, that are just drag and drop, which are like web hooks. So you just drag it and drop it into your panel. If you are using like a website that has a cPanel, you just drop into your cPanel, and just like that, your payment is already integrated with your website, and just like that, you can receive payments. But if you have more technical people on your team, you can actually go to developer.interswitchgroup.com to actually read the integration documents, which is very, very simple to understand. But like I said, you don't have to be a developer. You don't have to, I mean, that's you if you already have an existing website. But if you do, even if you don't have an existing website, you can actually create other type of payments, other payment channels. You can actually create, there are things like payment links and subscriptions that you can create. There's pay with transfer, whereby you can just, is a payment method. You can just tell you can create a pay with transfer link, a payment link, and then share with your customer, and then easily they can just pay using transfer to that payment link, and all of the information will flow into your dashboard, and then you can actually see the information. So I've spoken on another feature, which is I've spoken about our multiple payment methods. So what payment methods today are? Cash is a payment method. Card is a payment method, which as in your debit card, your credit card, or your prepaid card. There are three major card types in Nigeria today. So there's QR, which is quick response. I mean, a number of people actually use QR, but it's not as big as card or cash or USSD. We also have USSD as well. So basically what you have to do is when you get to this payment page, which pops up at the end of, like, if you click checkout and you have a Quick Teller business integration, this page will just come up, and then you can easily your customer can just come here. Your customer can just come here, click card, enter your card information and click pay, or click QR, launch your camera, take a screenshot of the QR and then just pay, or just click USSD. It comes up, it displays a USSD string where you can just type into your phone and then just make payments, as simple as that. Okay, so this is a feature that a lot of businesses, I mean, for example, you work in an organization and then they want to do end of the year party, but you have to give, you bought small chops. Yes, let me use that example because I know that a lot of us have actually experienced that before. Okay, you have a team bonding exercise. You bought small chops, but you have to actually remit that small chops. Amount spent on small chops, you actually have to remit it to your finance team to make a claim before they can give you your money back, or you have to tender an invoice before they can actually disburse funds for you to buy small chops. You call a small chops vendor, and then the person actually delivers sweet small chops, but the person then comes without an invoice. What then happens is, because there's no invoice, you have to be the one to pay. You now pay, then you and finance, you're not doing it back and forth. Finance is not saying they won't give you your money back because there's no invoice and there's no way to actually officially tender that claim. And just like that, every team bonding, you're dashing your company 5K, 6K, every small chops time. And then because they know that, oh, money is not a problem for, people like Nelly and Rita. Anytime it's time to buy small chops, your team members will just say, Rita, pay now, Nelly, pay now. And just like that, 5K, 6K just keeps getting, I won't say lost, but to you, just keeps getting lost to the organization. The organization can well afford 6K, 5K for small chops, for team bonding, but everything has to go through due process. They have to be able to tender their books. When auditors come, they need to be able to say 5,000 went to small chops. So basically, what this feature actually does for the small businesses, like I would say I'm the small chop seller for Alaba, is if I as Alaba have a Quick Teller for Business account, I can actually go into my Quick Teller for Business account and set up and just invoice Nelly or Rita. Just create an invoice, write the quantity of small chops bought, and then I can either share this invoice by WhatsApp, emails. I can share it via WhatsApp or emails, dependent on the channel that they've requested for. And then it just makes things more simple and more professional, more official and more professional. So basically, this invoicing feature actually is available. You can use it for goods that you're selling on the product, or you can actually use it for goods that you've sold outside of the product. So it doesn't matter. You can actually just go there. And so to answer the question, I see somebody's question around, does InterSwitch have WordPress plugin? Yes, we do have WordPress plugin. Just go to developers.interswitchgroup.com. You'll be able to see all of the variants of the products for payments, and you'll be able to choose the one that suits you best. So I was talking about invoicing. You can actually do that. E-billing and invoicing is very easy and seamless with this product. Okay, so I've mentioned things around hosted fields. If you go to developers, payables, gateways, I wouldn't really go into details about this. Okay, fraud management. Let me speak to fraud management. Today, one of the biggest challenges with payments is trust. You go somewhere and then they're asking you, give us your BVN. You're like, if I give you my BVN now, what will happen? I will not be able to this. There are a lot of people, when you ask them for BVN, they are unable to provide, they don't want to give those information out because they believe that I can't trust anybody. So basically what we've done is that in processing our transactions, there's actually a regulator called Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard. It's actually a mouthful, PCI DSS. So we actually have to be PCI DSS compliant. It's regulated, we are heavily regulated by the CBN. We have to be PCI DSS compliant before we can actually collect your card information and even store it on our systems. We have to pass this certification. This certification comes with a lot of security hoops that we have to jump. Then aside from that, we also have fraud management tools that we use in processing our transactions. So there's that extra layer of security. Aside from having our own internal fraud management tools, we are also integrated to Visa CyberSource Decision Manager, which is a fraud tool that Visa Global uses. We're also integrated to that, and all of our Visa transactions go through that fraud management tool as well. So in terms of security and comfort, do like this. If you can see me, do like this. We can guarantee that there's security. And then we do fraud management as well. Okay, I wouldn't go into details about the developer sandbox. I've spoken about this. Go to developer.interswitchgroup.com. You'll be able to actually take the APIs. The person that asked me about plugins, you can see the APIs for the plugins or the code for the plugins. You can put in the sandbox, play with it, see the responses, and then test the payments on the sandbox to know that everything is fine. So you can do that as well. So some of the features that we are looking at in the nearest future. So for example, quick teller business wallets. So today there are business owners that, for example, if I said that, oh, money that has come from AGS tribe, she has always put it back into the business. But the question really is, if they're paying, so Ife now has to set up a different account to actually be accruing that money before she then decides that, oh, this is money that came from this source, because I'm assuming, well, I know that Ife is a woman of multiple streams of income. So she has to, at every point in time, keep a mental note of all of her streams of incomes and where the money is coming from. But with this feature, what we're telling you is that you can have the money in your wallet and you can accrue it in your wallet without spending it. Then you can pay yourself out when you want to. So for example, every day you're making 20K, 30K, 40K, but at the end of the month, you want to be able to know that what is my monthly income, what came to me at the end of the month. So you can actually accrue your balance in your wallet, and then you can spend from there. So the final feature that I would actually speak on, because of time, I've already touched on Storefronts. This is the sample of one of the stores that's actually created on our platform. So you can create Storefronts, you can generate a unique Storefront link, you can set up your product, manage your inventory, collect payments. And then one thing that we have that is also a unique selling point is that we have logistics. So you can actually opt into using our logistics partner on the platform, and then they deliver across Africa. So you can do that as well. So rather than you having to worry about, delivery costs, that's the one thing that I dislike about shopping online. And when you're buying something on Instagram, they say, oh, it's 5,000, no, but where do you stay? When I stay in Yaba, Yaba is 1,000. I mean, recently I bought Zobo online. I don't know if I should be shy to say it. I bought Zobo online, and then I had to pay delivery fee of 2,000 naira to deliver the Zobo to me. To be honest, I mean, I don't like recounting that experience at all. Why would I pay delivery costs to buy Zobo? But I mean, that's the experience of today. You want to buy anything, you have to pay a delivery fee, and then it's a separate company that's handling that. Your delivery person doesn't know your address, and you have to deal with all of that. But we're saying that you can actually outsource that to our logistics company who just manages the process for you end to end. Okay. Okay, I've spoken on insights. Oh, value financing. Value financing is something that we're also looking at for you to be able to check out with credit. So the same way you can, payment methods are available like cards, QR, USSD. If you don't have money, but you actually really want to buy something, or you don't have enough money, you can actually check out with credit. That's with a loan. So you're buying something you are buying a MacBook worth 600 plus K. I mean, I don't know if that's what MacBooks cost, but you're buying that and you have only 400K, you can actually opt into value financing and then check out with a credit. So we have credit facilitators and credit partners who are actually available to provide those credits at point of checkout. Yes, I like to speak on this, and then I'm trying to be very careful because of my time, because I want to take questions. I want to be able to take questions that I know are being dropped in the comment section. So Escrow, the way I like to drive home the value of Escrow is, there was this story some time ago on Twitter where a guy was selling dogs, and he put up a picture of his dog. I mean, it was a foreign dog, so it wasn't a cheap dog. He put up his pictures, and then people were saying, oh, cute dog, and then somebody actually indicated interest to say, I want to buy a dog. And then the guy, they had the initial conversations in the DMs and then all of that. And when the seller took the dog to the buyer's house, the buyer said he's not buying again. Why are you not buying? Why are you not buying this dog again? He said because the dog is not smiling the way he was smiling in the picture. That's why he's not buying. I mean, that kind of thing, it was funny to all of us. It was banter because I mean, how crazy can Nigerians be? But from the point of the seller, from the point of the merchant, it was actually a painful experience, because imagine you having to mobilize the logistics of moving a dog to the location of your customer, and then the customer telling you that he does not want to buy again because the dog is not smiling. It's actually a painful process because you've already incurred the cost of that you've incurred that logistics cost. So it brings me to the value of escrow. So what is escrow? Escrow is a feature that actually allows, so it more or less allows us play a middleman between the merchant and the seller. The merchant and the customer, rather. It actually helps us protect the value of the merchant and the value of the customer. So escrow is more or less like an holding ground. So in that kind of transaction now, the merchant would have said, make an initial commitment. You don't have to pay everything, or go ahead and pay everything, but you're not giving me the money. If you are afraid that I will run away with your money, don't give me the money. Put it in escrow, put it in hold. And once that money is in hold, when I deliver value to you, when I've been able to fulfill that transaction, I would go ahead. You would notify InterSwitch. You would notify the escrow provider that I have gotten value. It is until you notify the escrow provider that value has been delivered that the merchants will get money. So this is in two folds. It actually protects the customers from merchants who are fraudulent and who actually want to dupe them. And then for the merchant side, for customers who are unserious, I mean, pay on delivery was like the worst thing that happened to Nigeria, because Nigerians do a lot of things. They will order goods of ridiculous amounts. You will ship it to their doorstep, and they will stop picking their calls. They won't pick up their call. So that kind of thing actually also protects the merchants as well. So that is what escrow is. And I think I would be ending the feature list on that note. Okay, so in terms of benefits, I mean, some benefits to you as an SME. You can get paid online without a website. You don't need to set up a website before you can collect payments. You can get paid online. You have multiple payment options. You can integrate payments to your website at no cost. I need to stress the fact that the pricing model, because I know that somebody has asked the question around pricing. So this service or this product actually comes at zero integration cost. How we make money today is on transaction fees. So we charge a 1.5% to a cap of 2,000 for card and QR transactions. 1.5% of every transaction to a cap of 2,000. What that means is whatever fees we are charging you, once we hit a cap of 2,000, we do not go beyond that 2,000, and then it's a percentage-based fee. And for USSD, we actually charge 0.75% to a cap of 1,200. So that's what the pricing model is. In terms of another benefits, it's around fast track outstanding payments with digital invoicing. I mean, I've stressed all of that already. So what are some questions that we've gotten from people like you, small merchants, I mean, medium enterprises as well? Do I need a website to sell online? The answer is no. Once you come on Quick Teller Business, you can actually generate payment links and payment links. You can generate, you can go into subscription models or whatnot and share those links with your customers or your audience, your target audience, your network, or whomever you want to share it with, and then you can receive payments. How will customers find me? I mean, this is a digital product. You can share your link, you can create a link, copy that link, and then share it with everyone. Your customers will be able to, once they click that link, they'll be able to be redirected to wherever your store is. Will my overhead cost increase? The answer is no. It's likely to decrease because, I mean, all of those operational things that retail used to do with our stores you have multiple storekeepers that are keeping records and all of that goes away. You actually save on operations costs with a tool like this. Will I retain my current customers? Yes, the answer is yes, you will retain your current customers. I mean, all you have to do is you can just generate a link, a storefront link, a payment link, or whatever. If you have an existing website, you can provide this as a payment option, and then basically they will be able to check out with WebPay or Quicktiller for Business. Okay, so I think that is the end of my presentation. Wow, 10 o'clock. Thank you very much, everyone, for having me. I would like to take some questions now. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat while I was speaking, so I'm going to have to just scroll through it so that I can see what people are doing. So what people are asking about. I've answered the question around pricing. I've said that, I've said that pricing is, I mean, I've shared that percentage, 1.5% plus that's, the 1.5% is inclusive of VAT to a cap of 2,000. I mean, somebody says that 1.5% is huge, but I mean, challenge me, Julia, challenge me, come back with something that's cheaper, and then maybe we can talk about it. I will share my contact details. Let me see. Okay, do we receive payments from international customers? So yes, we do process international transactions today. So yes, you can actually receive transactions from overseas. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find any other question. So somebody's asking, how do I sign up? Please just go to business.quicktiller.com. Business.quicktiller.com, you would be able to just follow the instructions there and you'll be able to sign up. Okay, somebody, Adeze, is asking about logistics. How does this affect other logistics businesses? So basically, you do not necessarily have to use the logistics that is provided on the platform. You can opt in, but you don't necessarily have to. So what that means is that you can actually, as part of the setup, you can actually indicate if you want your customers to pick up from your location or if your logistics will be outside of the platform. So you can actually specify that while you're setting up your store. And at the point of checkout, your customer can actually select the multiple options. It's called delivery method. And then your customer can select any of the delivery methods provided. And then that information will come back to you and then you can make a decision. In terms of the logistics fee are charged to your customer. So what that means is that like the delivery fee I mentioned is charged to your customer. So, but basically what we've tried to do is we've tried to find a partner who is, whose pricing is very reasonable. So we've tried to find a partner whose pricing is very reasonable, and then that partner has integration to other partners. So as an aggregator of other logistics logistic companies, they have the possibility of actually discounting and providing value in form of discounts to people who actually use their services. So, I mean, I think I've been able to cover quite a number of questions. Let me just give you my email address. If you have any other questions, you can email me directly at alaba.fadashe@interswitchgroup.com, or you can just send an email to quicktiller_business@interswitchgroup.com. Thank you very, very much for your time. Thank you so much. I'm really surprised that I still have a lot of people on this call. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Alaba. I just wanted to add to everything that you said. I loved your presentation. It was very clear. And I'm sure all the entrepreneurs or people, even professionals who are thinking of monetizing their knowledge and all of that will take advantage of what Quicktiller Business has to offer. I wanted to add that, when you sign up, you'd have like 0% transaction fee for about 3 months. And we're also going to be giving out a grant courtesy of Quicktiller. So make sure that you have already signed up on the quicktiller.business, business.quicktiller website, because anytime between tomorrow and Friday, we'll be announcing the winner of 1 million naira. So please sign up, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side. I'll now pass it on to Anu to just close the session. Thanks to everyone who was on this call. Tomorrow is going to be another boost session. I'm going to be facilitating. Nelly is also going to be facilitating. It's going to be totally amazing. Everything that you've learned today, tomorrow we'll come back with our own, additional information. I'm going to be teaching you about storytelling to increase your sales, and Nelly is also going to be talking to you about how to leverage Instagram to increase your sales. So trust me, come back tomorrow. Tell all your friends to subscribe. Tell them that they can still join the session tomorrow. And also subscribe to AGS Tribe. You can download our app. It's available on iOS or on Android store, and you have access to different opportunities, from grants to loans to jobs to verified investments, all kinds of opportunities. And we have sessions like this every week. This one was a special one, that we put together, but we have sessions every week, trying to build your life, your career, your business, just ensuring that women have all they need to prosper. We're here to power her economy. So anyways, I know you have the floor. I'm going to just turn off my camera and just listen to her as she talks. Thank you so much, Quicktella, for this amazing, amazing collaboration. I've loved every minute of it. It was very, very, impromptu, but we've killed it. So thank you, Quicktella. So I know you have the floor.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Please go to link in our bio on Instagram and have people register for the session tomorrow. Like Ife said, we have a session with her and we have one with Nelly as well. Share with your friends. Literally, it is free. I've been telling people to come on. Right now, when it's free, grab it. After this session is over, you can only watch the replay on our app. And to access the resources in our app, you have to be paying members, which are silver and gold members. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity right now. Thank you, everyone, for being on here tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Ife. Thank you, Alaba. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Trisha. I've gained so much knowledge this evening. See you right here, same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. Have a good evening. Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm so excited.